He's not going away. And why should he? He can do what he wants. He announces, it's a big announcement, OnlyFans as the moment you've been waiting for. Have you been waiting for this? I don't know that I've been waiting for it, but it's a big announcement. George Santos announces OnlyFans account to, quote, stir the pot. It's the moment you've been waiting for. At least that's what George Santos is calling it. Former Congressman Santos has set up on OnlyFans, the site best known for its adult content. Santos made the announcement on Twitter yesterday. There you see it. He's rolling it out. Little link there. Join him. I think it's going to cost you. We'll get to that. Less than an hour after the announcement, Santos explained that he would be using the subscription service to promote other non-adult content. That's an interesting marketing strategy. So how much do you want, George? Because it comes down to money, doesn't it? It does with you and a lot of other people. I'll tell you. It's not $30, but it is $29.99. Okay? $29.99 a month for you to subscribe to Santos's OnlyFans. And we don't know if it's going to be worth it so far, but he made a killing on Cameo. I think we brought you the story here right after he chose, forced out, voted out. What happened there? That's right. The colleagues that were using him finally turned on him and he was voted out Congress for, well, some other things that he did. Ethical violations, something about the bad check, stole a roommate's belt too, I believe, something like that.
Did a lot of crap.
He did a lot of
credit card fraud, defrauded a homeless vet. Homeless veteran. Yeah.
There it is. The dog, remember that? They raised money to help the dog.
Yep.
And then the guy said, I think he stole the money for the dog.
Yep.
So I don't want to bring up the past, Fran, but there we go. Because it's, we have to tell the public this went on and hopefully he's changed. I don't know though. Do you think he's changed?
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
I think he's becoming his final form. George Santos' final form. OnlyFans is absolutely the route. Well, because he is a grifter. He's always been a grifter. And what's so funny is that if George Santos were a Democrat, the Republicans would never let this go. Now, to be fair, we've squeezed a fair amount of juice out of the George Santos story. It is like objectively hilarious. But the fact that he's such a grifter, he just simply grifted and used like propagandistic tools and the same old tired slogans and the anti-woke BS to like grift his way into the Republican Congress is amazing to me. His best grift yet. His best group. But no, here he is. Again, the party that was like, oh, we hate drag queens, bringing back his drag queen persona that he denied using for his cameo appearances, which I've seen them. Sharon, they're so boring. Like, I don't even want to do a story about them. I'm just like, he doesn't, first of all, he does not know how to do makeup at all.
Even the red lip, Fran, because I did find it when he does a kind of a bright red lip, I found that to be intriguing, but no.
No, he looks like Pennywise the Clown gave him some instructions. Like, my guy, he needs help. And then on top of that, OnlyFans, okay, so, because the one thing that was saving him on the cameo was like, I didn't get to see below the chest. And now it's like, oh, I definitely don't want to see any of that. I mean, but again, apparently it's not gonna be adult content. It's just gonna be his like unfiltered,
I don't know.
Gems, political gems, Sharon. Don't you want to know what George Santos thinks about democracy?
Nah. If he doesn't, I heard on OnlyFans, they do like there's foot fetishes and stuff. I haven't been on, so let's not. This is what I heard. I saw it on the Real Housewives when one of the housewives pointed the finger at the other one. Denise Richards, I think, was on there, and she was showing feet. Maybe it was Larsa Pippen. Maybe I should stop watching this stuff and stick to the content here. But I don't know, Fran, if he's going to make money, if he's not going to, get into some of that. But we'll see. We do want to remind you of Santos's short-lived congressional career and how that looked. Short. By May of his first year in office, Santos had been indicted by the Department of Justice on charges of wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and making false statements to the House. Mediaite. we left out some things, Fran. We were just going off the top of our head.
Right.
This is quite a rap sheet. Ultimately, Santos became the 6th member of the House to ever be expelled when 311 of his colleagues voted in favor of his removal in December. Now, as I recall, Marjorie Taylor Greene was still backing him at the end. Remember when he showed up? He had no shame. He showed up at the State of the Union and got in a fight with Mitt Romney. Romney had paused and said, "You can be ashamed." And Santos said, "You shall be ashamed." And they were arguing right there in this, this supposedly dignified. It's not been dignified for a long time. You had Supreme Court justices falling asleep, people screaming out, "You lie!" Marjorie Taylor Greene wearing a hat about the poor family. But I'll give you the last word, Fran.
No, I mean, I look, Cameo, I understand, because if he's doing his drag queen persona, it's kind of a bit, and you often buy cameos from people for your friends as a bit, as a joke, because you don't respect that person. OnlyFans, you actually have to really like that person. What is George Santos's fan base? Truly, someone answer me that. It's not a bit when you're like buying $30 a month subscriptions. Like, save your OnlyFans money. Support Jackson White. There we go. Let's shout out Jackson White, who is on OnlyFans.
I would support him. And he's humble and he's outspoken and authentic. I agree with you. Okay, we'll let George kind of get more into his final form.